All right, we are back with another golf ball review. Today we're doing the Snell Golf. Stay tuned and check out which ball.
Yeah, like we said, the Snell MTB Black. My Golf Spy checked it out, so we'll check it out too. They said that this was the hottest, the big one, this is the bad boy, I guess, of this type of golf ball with the Snell and the cut and the vise and all these things. So let's check it out.
Ironically, we're doing all three of those balls today.
Yeah, and we'll run through all of them. So you'll see all these reviews.
Yeah, I think when we say that it's direct to consumer, that's the big difference with Snell. You're not going to find them in your big box retailers. You're not going to find them in pro shops.
No middleman. That's how they save on cost.
I do think Vice is probably the one that's above and beyond everybody else as far as their marketing. They're more aware.
Yeah, they've been around. I think they've been around longer.
Yeah, most people know what Vice is when you say it, and they're famously kind of set a middle finger to the way golf does business as far as retail side. Doesn't mean it's good or bad, just it's different. So they're direct to consumer. Same with Snell. I know Aaron's going to go over some actual stats here in a second, but my understanding is the Snell was one of the original engineers that worked on the PROV1 when he left Titleist, broke away, and this is what came out of that essentially. So I could be right, I could be wrong. It's just I don't know if that's rumor or actual fact. I just remember hearing it. So
I mean, looking at it, it definitely looks like a Pro V. The urethane cover, the seam on it, dimple pattern looks relatively the same.
The foil dot.
Yeah, the silver dot on it looks just like the Pro Vs that we hit in here. It's got you a, kind of your lineup thing like everybody's putting on there. It's got the logo, the name of it, the MTB Black. It's got arrows running off the sides of it. I mean, clean looking golf ball. Yeah. Looks like a golf ball.
While you're at it, keep going, man. Just talk about the stats and let's what's really going on as far as
what they have
underneath the visual.
What they have hidden with it. So like their claims are say you're looking for a high performance golf ball, 3-piece design, superior distance, controlled spin, supposed to be a fast core, have 7% lower compression from the original MTB. Aerodynamics is supposed to have low lift, low drag, help with ball flight, reduce ballooning on it, but still give you that soft feel. The MTB models range from 75 to 80 compression. So then here comes the big thing, is the price.
Yep.
How much does this golf ball cost? So you're looking at about 32, online they have it listed as $32.99 a dozen, and then as you buy more, it gets cheaper, so it looks like the value pack, they call it, is 5 dozen, and then you're paying 28 bucks a dozen.
The Costco effect. Buy in bulk, you get cheaper.
Get more. Get more, save more. Come in white, come in yellow.
The box comes in black.
Yeah, the box is black. So yeah, I mean, let's check it out and see what we see.
So am I swinging or are you swinging? We haven't talked about that yet. You're swinging, perfect. I'm
sure,
good.
I'll swing.
After my practice session yesterday, the least I have to do in the golf swing department, the better off we are. So just like everything else, so we're comparing it to, what do you got down there?
Bridgestone E.
You do not have a Bridgestone down there. You've got 2 Strixons and a Titleist.
Okay.
We do have foil dots on everything just to get the most accurate data possible after, people.
Yeah. So we'll compare it to the Strixon Z-Star.
Okay.
Sorry, the Z-Star XV is what we'll be comparing to.
So as always, we have club speed up there. That's, again, more for us than really anything else to make sure we're trying to put reasonably consistent swings on the ball. Ball speed, how the ball comes off, that's important. Spin rate, I added landing angle in there because I was curious to see if that changed from ball to ball, carry, and then total distance. Which again, total distance, grain of salt. But.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. We always kind of talk to people about that on TrackMan, is that depending on where you play, all that kind of stuff.
It's fairly accurate, but it's still, obviously when you're indoors, any unit that's indoors, when it takes that carry total and puts it into carry into a total, it's an algorithm. It's code that is looking at your club speed, your ball speed, your spin rate, your landing angle, and taking all those things into effect and trying to normalize it as much as it possibly can. But yeah, carry's the ultimate one. We just like to throw total up there because I think it gives us a kind of an effect of what we're actually trying to do as far as spin and how, if it's up or down. So you are hitting a 7-iron, correct?
Correct. Yeah, swinging a little slow this morning.
So I know you're not hitting the Snell yet, but
No.
how does that Strixon Q-Star XV feel?
Good, soft.
The most descriptive Aaron's been all day. Good, soft.
Good, soft. White, round.
He knows he's talking to a camera, the content. It's a great. White.
It feels white.
It feels like a golf ball.
Feels like a round object coming off a flat face.
Flat-ish.
Okay.
Thank God we're not making this for other people to watch, Aaron.
All right, so now we got it.
Yeah, we gotta switch over.
So we'll swap that Snell over. Got some comparisons. That was spinning fairly low. I mean, 6,100 with a 7-iron. Not bad.
Oops, well, that works. Oops.
And we'll see what this looks like. So before we switch them, club speed about 86 miles an hour, ball speed about 116.
Again, we're looking at the averages if you're staring at the screen.
Averages, the bottom.
Not the last shot.
Bottom left-hand corner.
I think that's something too, is we're just trying to remember for ourselves so we can talk about it while you're hitting. But you know, when we're done, we'll throw the chart back up there.
Yep.
I did get a couple comments saying they liked seeing the actual tangible data and then the dispersion chart.
So actually this ball feels a tad bit.
Hey, we weren't screen grabbing.
I saw that.
That's fine.
That ball actually feels a little bit softer.
So the Snell feels softer than the Strixon? I'm gonna apologize because we're not gonna shoot that first part again, but we were not screen grabbing, so unfortunately you did not see the shots that Aaron hit with the Strixon, minus his swing. It's early. But we are screen grabbing now, and you will still see the data at the end of the swings here. So
yeah, I mean, it's really
85. Yeah, your club head speed's roughly the same. What was spin rate off of?
61.
So it's spinning. Well, that one was normal. Well, you also turned on that one a little bit more. So it's actually spinning a little bit more. What about carry yardage?
Carry yardage is like 67.
Okay. So it's carrying about the same.
Little chunk toe.
I think the big thing here too, when we're talking about Snell, Vice, Cut, all these kind of direct to consumer golf balls, their big thing is like they're not trying to be better than, they're trying to be equals.
Trying to be equal to.
But at a lower dollar amount.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So that is definitely something to be said about that. That they're not trying to say, hey, we're producing a $32 a dozen golf ball that's going to blow
rear end.
the Pro V out of the water.
Right.
We're saying we're creating a $32 golf ball that's going to be equal to the $50.
So you're paying 32 instead of 50-ish, give or take, depending on what time you're watching this and taxes in your area. Because here in Texas we pay $825, which takes a dozen Pro Vs up to, I believe, around 56 and some change.
Whew.
Is that right? 54 and some change?
I don't buy Pro Vs.
We don't buy golf balls, dude. Let's be honest about this.
Not good enough. Good enough to hit that Pro V left hash.
I mean, from the mainstream guys, I've been playing that RXS from Bridgestone, and I've really enjoyed that golf ball. How does that feel?
I mean,
it feels like you're done?
Feels like a ball. It does. It really does feel like a Pro VX. No, I'm good. It feels like a Pro VX. That Strixon, you know, as we're sitting there hitting that, I mean, that's one of Strixon's premium golf balls that we're sitting here comparing it to. So that was kind of the big thing, whether, I don't keep saying Pro VX, but it's a premium golf ball that you're paying $45 to $50 a dozen for, compared to, I mean, that's a premium golf ball that you're paying $32 a dozen for.
Right.
So does it feel the same? Yeah, it feels relatively the same.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the big thing.
I mean, we sit here and look at the numbers on everything.
My Snell with a weird colon at the end that I chose not to take out.
Yeah, it should be all right. you know, swing speed was a mile an hour faster. Okay, I got a little more loose.
So we'll take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I just loosened up a little bit. But, I mean, spin rate, relatively the same.
Yep, landing angle's about the same.
Carry distance, a little bit more with the Snell,
That's
but
probably
also swung a little bit faster on a
I'm going to
couple
say once you kind of take that in grain of salt, it's probably about the same.
About the same.
Because when you start to add plus or minus, like even if you look at, look at the Strixon as an example, because that's the brand people know a little bit better. Your carry distance was plus or minus 4 yards. Snell was 3.2. So again, there's
ball speed was plus or minus 2 with the Strixon, or plus or minus 1.8.
So talking about carry distance and speed and all those types of things, you know, there's always a 3 to 4 yard differential there essentially between both golf balls, and so the fact that they're inside of each other, I think that's the important part. So we're gonna call them similar.
Yeah.
Distance, not one. I don't think the Snell's gonna be drastically longer by any means.
No, I don't think so either. I think it's just doing what they say it's gonna do. It's a premium golf ball for a lesser cost.
I think in the grand scheme of things, when we're looking at all of this stuff, just do what you say you're gonna do. Because we reviewed some stuff before where it's like, what?
Yeah,
like you said it was
going to do this, but you
and I don't mean to put Mizuno on kind of blast on that one, but their big thing with that ES21 wedge was it's going to spin more. Well, it actually spun less from what
we saw, yeah.
Yeah, and again, we were using 2 fairly new wedges when we did that, but I don't mind. Just do what you say you're going to do and get your lofts and lies right when you produce clubs.
Yeah.
Real quick, let's just for the visual, let's look at the dispersion, because that is a little bit of a thing.
Show wall.
Well, I don't want to show wall. Oh, I guess it took that element out. So purple is the Snell, yellow is the Strixon. You had a tendency to, well, you pulled a lot of them, but you had a couple of that one right. Honestly, again, I think that you take that one right and the fact that you really had to swing a golf club, so that one short Strixon, and I think that dispersion's very similar.
They're both inside the purple.
Right. And so I think the dispersion, again, it's, at least compared to the Strixon, it's doing what they say it's going to do. It's competing with a premium line golf ball, but at a much less expensive price. Do we know what the Strixon Z started at right now?
45.
So you're spending, you know, pre-tax total.
Yeah, $10 to $15 less
for a similar golf ball. So this is the hard thing. You guys are a retailer.
Yeah.
And so we're actually saying that, in my opinion, why wouldn't you try a Snell?
Yeah,
right.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
And we're literally saying, don't buy from Aaron.
Don't buy from me. Yes.
Go online and buy from Snell. But I think that's important, that for the integrity of the videos and what we're trying to do with these reviews is, yes, they retail stuff. And if you are a hardcore, tailor-made, Titleist, whatever, yeah, support your pro shop. I would say support your pro shop and your local professionals and the smaller shops more so than anything else, especially with COVID. Everybody's been hit hard.
Yeah.
You know, I think PGA Superstore has some money they can sit back on a little bit.
Yeah, they got a little bit of backing.
Golf Galaxy. But yeah, but for the people that are okay trying these off brands, I use that big time because they're not really off brands anymore, especially Snell and Vice.
They're starting to get pretty,
the other ones are still kind of out there looking in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's similar enough to go, hey, it's $15 cheaper.
Yeah, let's go
now,
check it out.
The real question becomes is durability.
Yeah, and again, one of their claims on, which don't know, not taking it outside. I'm not hitting this 500 times compared to 500 with another ball, but you know, their claim is that it does stand up and it does have a good cover on it. We just say, you know, being open on this, like in here, we've found the best cover to be for us and the amount of golf balls that are hit by our customers that come in, that Bridgestone has, their cover has stood up more than Vice, than Titleist, than Callaway, than Strixon, than all of them. Bridgestone has stood up more.
And you guys have a unique situation in the fact that they're getting true impact wear, not necessarily. Most people lose golf. They either lose a golf ball prior to,
or cart path,
or they get scuffed or blemished somehow in the course of play before. The reason why you guys get rid of golf balls ever even comes into play.
Yeah.
By the way, if you haven't checked out the video about when you should change your golf balls, check that out, because we did kind of throw a tattered up Bridgestone down against a brand newbie, and there is some obvious differences.
Yeah, there's some differences.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
Old, bad, new, good. But
get a new golf ball.
Final thoughts on the Snell, I forgot the model.
MTB Black.
MTB Black. Not a black ball, black box.
Yeah. I mean, final thoughts on it is absolutely. Put it, you go do it. We put it head to head with numbers and it stood up. So
yep.
You go put it up against whatever your premium golf ball is that you're hitting.
And when you're done, again, because you might play Pro Vs, you might play TP5s, you might play a different kind of golf ball, and you know, there's a chance that your swing generates something slightly different than what Aaron's happened to. So again, this is just us on a TrackMan with you swinging a
Yeah, words are tough.
Still.
Similar.
Always are. Yeah, a similar club head speed. So I would say grab a dozen. They're not that expensive. Give them a try.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you're going to go buy some golf balls, you might as well just order some from them.
If you want them cheaper, get like 12 dozen.
Yeah, get a whole bunch of them.
Costco discount.
Cool. Snell Black. What kind of a person needs to play that? I mean,
a golfer.
A golfer? Somebody that hits golf balls?
Oh yeah, I forgot we've been bad about not doing the who's this meant for. I mean, listen, it's a premium golf ball.
Yeah.
So it's that, I would say it probably falls more into the under 15 handicappers more so. You don't want to be looking for distance with this ball. It will go just compared to the premium balls, but just like anything else, it's going to spin more. It's going to have a little less distance because of that.
Kind of stuff. Yeah.
Right. So it's meant for the guys that are a little bit more. They have other versions that are more like Velocity from Titleist.
Yeah, your True Softs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that kind of stuff, or not Chrome Softs. I wanted to say that so bad. But yeah,
Super Soft.
Yeah, your Project A from TaylorMade that are meant to get a little more distance, but they also feel a little bit firmer. So with that being said, check out Snell Golf. Do us a favor, hit subscribe on the either 1611 channel or the Maverick Performance Golf channel. And this will be coming out very close to the recording of our first ever podcast. There is a YouTube channel. Not sure if we're going to use it. But go check out E9 Golf Podcast.
Make sure and put podcast at the end of it.
Well, you'll see it very easily. In fact, I'll throw the logo on the screen. We'll preview the little sneak peek of the logo.
Yeah.
Right here. So it's already up on the social medias. I went through the logo on mainly for my own purposes so I could find it quicker. But check that out. We will be on Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, you name it. We'll be on it.
We'll be on the podcast cornucopia.
Yep. And we've got some really, really cool guests that we're lining up. Spoiler being that we're the E9 Golf Podcast. Episode 9 being E9. That's how we're going to label all of our
That'll be our first
numbers.
big one.
Yeah, we're working on getting some pretty cool, maybe multiple guests.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Have a little party.
So, that being said, check out the Snell Golf Ball, hit subscribe, and I'll see you later. He'll check in with you in a minute.
Yeah. Thank y'all for checking in.